Welcome back everyone to this lecture of advanced admin templates. Now for project where other users will have access to the admin page, not just yourself who created the website. You may want to add some customization to the admin templates. That's why when they log in, it looks a little nicer. It's more related to the actual website. So to do this, you can override templates HTML files that are associated with the admin pages. So in order for that to work, you must have the correct template name and the directory structure. Finding the file names that are correct involves looking around Django's open source code on GitHub. So what we are going to do is we are going to create the directory structure and then find a template name from GitHub. So we will kind of walk through the whole process. Then afterwards, once we have that template, we are going to essentially copy and paste that HTML file into our code and change the template however we want. So let's get started by jumping over to our editor and setting up the directory structure. Okay. So in our project directory, where you have your project directory, your project folder, and then your application folder, what you are going to have right underneath the project directory at the very top level, you are going to add a new folder and you are going to call it templates. And then under that new templates folder, you are going to create a subfolder called admin. And this is where you can copy and paste template HTML files that are associated with the admin and essentially override the original admin templates file. Now, to show you what these template files should be named, we are going to hop over to our browser and walk you through the Django documentation or open source code just a little bit. Let's open up my browser and head over to the Django's GitHub page. So here I am at GitHub slash Django slash Django, and this is all the open source code for Django. And we actually need to play around this a little bit and find where the admin template files are. So let me go ahead and show you how you can find them. So you are first going to come to this Django folder. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. So it's kind of clear and what we are looking at. You will come over to Django, let that load up, and then underneath Django, you will scroll down to see contrib, click on that, and then you will find admin here. And then under admin, you will find the templates folder. So this template folder is where we have registration and admin. So depending on what you kind of want to play around with, you can edit those two as well. But we are just editing the admin page right now. So we'll click on that, and this is why we had to a specific directory structure templates underscore admin, because essentially we are going to be overwriting one of these template files, and now we can overwrite the base HTML. Uh, that's the very first page you see. So if you hit that and click on open a new tab, you will see here that it says extends from admin based on HTML, and essentially just has the index page and the Django site admin header page. Now if you come back here, you can see that there is a base HTML, and this is the base HTML code that kind of has the styling, the links, etc., and builds out what a lot of these pages are going to look like. So if you want to end up doing things like setting the admin page to have certain styles or colors, anything with CSS or just kind of something that extends the majority of the pages, this is the file you kind of want to play around with base.html, but we just really want to play around with that very first thing. So we'll say base site dot html, base underscore site dot html. I'm going to copy all this. So right click, copy, and then I'm going to back to my editor. Just need to minimize that, and I have my editor right here. So underneath admin, I will create a new file, and remember it needs to have the exact same name as what we just discussed. So it's going to be base underscore site dot html. Hit enter, and now we have this template file. So then I'm going to just paste, and here if I just run this right now, nothing's going to change. So what I'm actually going to do is change over the first heading one. So you can see heading one right now, it links to the index page of the admin site, but then it also has a kind of template insert. So here is like I'm inserting some site header, default Django administrator, etc. Instead of doing all that, I'm just going to kind of put in my own line here. So let's delete that and let's just have it say something like new. Well, I guess we are doing a video store, so let's do video store admin, and then I'm going to save this. Now that we have gone ahead and edited this base.html, we want to make sure that our settings file is ready to accept any template changes. So we'll open up our project folder, open up settings.py, and as we have done before, you can actually just do this directly. Usually we had another variable name, but instead we are going to do is if you come over to where it says templates, I'm just going to search for it. Templates, there we go. And notice it has directories right now is empty. So let's go ahead and do the following. We'll say os.p path uh, thought join, and we are going to join that base directly with template. So save that, and once you have done that, we should be able to see the new changes in our base site.html. So you notice that basically Django already restarted for me. So I will bring into my browser now with the admin page, and if I bring it over, you can see now it says video store admin. So those are the kind of changes you can make. Basically anything stylistically that you want to change with css, you are probably better off doing so the base html file. But if you want to change kind of minor things around this kind of index page of base.html, you can do that as well. Now definitely be careful, you don't want to change things too much to actually break the functionality. I will recommend this for style choices. As far as functionality editing, we are going to learn the more correct ways to do that later on throughout the series of this lecture.